that is the conduct of the current Attorney General.
But
so
in this case,
I was also asking,
yes,
I said if you had also applied same mutatis mutandis, mebao, let's say, wo ma wa dwene koso na nka wo so who say current Attorney General no be saying or the written submission say
appeal. What you can do in appeal, senior.
What you telling me
I'm about your written submission.
Are you telling me say Attorney General on file written submission?
Even 1 second.
So file written submission.
You don't argue. You don't have the content of the written.
At appeal, what was the content of the written submission of the Attorney General?
This is no problem.
On appeal,
this is no problem.
My point is say
what was the
or demonstrate say causing financial loss.
And the general public.
I'm drawing your attention to the fact say the reason why I agree with the general public say Edumana the former AGA no short a business say when Timian demonstrate the offenses and the charges or the bond.
No. Wait a second. Now, how about the section of the public are almost so criticizing the current Attorney General? He didn't put up enough.
Submission, did you even update your mind?
Are you allowed? So, Obama run the program. Maybe some Busa say.
Abusina we de mamenchia na memo akwa banfa wombra Randy J report so mesere se wo bagibra kakra bi na wahwe enkomotwetwe we ya ekoso efa a lawyer for mienu a wonom e kira dwene egina emra no so efa ensem ahodo na ekoso ewo yatemu a ensem ni mo ya wohwe send Attorney General wode amonyasem akata nani ya wotu anamo bia emboa emaganafo wonom asum endu wonom eno ene nam so mankomo bebre no akoso ewo Hello FM wo Kumasi Asante Mantemo na ensem ni nyina no eye ne yesesi ekoso a NDC aban ende atemu no anase said wo musi maneuver ewo the justice system no ene amanipa bebre no ade o manu atomo bie no ena wonom eka enti mepesa obaji breka krabi na watie sa lawyer fo imienu na mpa obehunu se kwan bi wo ho no mu a in fact na kyerese aban we no wone Ghana fo ani ne ye se wonye obi a oye NDC ni na se wonya asem de a ene ye wo kwan ya mara ne befa so ni wadi ena wo ye NDC ni nsusu a ye wo kwan ya mara ne befa so ni wadi yenko tie interview ni bi mesere se oba like me video na ma me no share na ode wadwen kyerese nsusu ede aba yenhua de
because if you are kwa appeal over 20 years sentence you say you the aba minimum of maybe 15 yeah share fast but this is the case who Attorney General ultimate koye prosecution na ende the entire conviction the entire sentence has been set aside by a court of appeal a dangerous. It shows a clear incompetence on your part to an extent. However, said ye kind no embrano eni ba ku for trim ende ubetimi abe hero ochina ubetimi abe difo. That's the beauty.
Ebenezer Poku member of NDC legal team, or your vice president of Ghana School of Law, SRC. Evans.
Mini aken.
Enkomono ye dibia onso so hefa na person sha se.
Yo ba me sha se mfiri ba bia menua.
Me ma kwan ma won sha se mfiri ho sa. Me ma kwan ma won sha se. O hwe nim sa na special.
And this are no one fair to the Attorney General. So I just want to make some small corrections.
He has the right to be fair.
Absolutely. And
or
also,
not to be fair.
Ken, I also have the right.
In my capacity as a moderator,
as a NPP communication.
In my capacity as a moderator of this program this morning.
I beg your pardon. I
reserve the right or the prerogative.
Very well.
To allow you to comment on what he say or well. Not.
But fairness is the cardinal principles under that. Under every law.
I don't want to be seen to be fair.
Me patrol me kakakra fast imam said nam de no ketuwe bi. Mini aken. Let say. You see governance is in continuum. Amembo etwaso equation na kon.
Any the constitution there.
Yes, yeah the 1992 constitution so na ye bi.
Wan kakra na wa amba.
Now before the mention doctor Osei Kwame ene doctor Ofori Sapon. He said only me edini ye ti aseda ye ne dia mesrem kwa chenche man Japan for years ne bi. Na me de man 150 years. No masre ne se ontua Kens.
Oh my usu ana.
Ontua okay ye Ken. Why me show?
I usu.
Yes. Doctor Ofori Sapon.
Esa ka utimi etua ye kan se commission.
Mate Ken ken mame hmra hwe na minim se mini kasa no obenso se oblemu dia obeblemu the current attorney general so akasa ono nso incompetence on a part enti ono na ahwe ama because so all the records of appeal and everything all transmitted at the qua I was all file a written submission and written submission na obeye no eno so begina ho ama se ye beja ni pa no e wo so obi anim say appeal is a matter of what rehearing court Supreme Court aka e wo tuaka versus bosom ye nyina ye yawe enti kwa ida say bia obe attack is up entire proceedings ni nyina obehwe now the written submission of course likewise sana so be of fresh evidence accused na na available to accused at that time and or try all possible means na nsan kan obetimi de aka ho akọ now state ni gina ho ma ya waje yesika mayen and there was one offense causing financial loss to the state. If you read the Court Act, Section 31, subsection 2, account Act 459, I can say minor mistakes in the charge sheet, indictment, or procedure do not overturn a case. Court Act na account. So appellate court must dismiss a criminal appeal if it considers that substantial miscarriage of justice has actually occasioned. It is a substantial miscarriage of justice ana akoswa ana obetimi adesmese no. It is minor mistakes in the charge sheet. My name a typical example. Yeah, well, bibi a friend of fraudulent breach of trust. Obeko ya criminal code na section foforo. Enti me fansa me de ma de jaw. Dr. Oforisa upon the na de jaw ha sika bi ton ade ma no. Na sika na fa so a unwi a enye stealing. Or the trust na ma wo, but the breach thereof entitles say obetimi do akoko ta na say criminal betimi afale atiawo. Likewise so that stealing and so what section 124 no and also ne section ko but ni na dishonesty enti the mere fact that prosecution ne charge you stealing no nim face ade na fraudulent breach of trust no by stealing ti na wa kan kire ne say because of that minor mistake in the charge sheet indictment or procedure no I no nti all dismiss
enti no e dey nkomo na yedi. Where are you driving at?
Yeah, baby, I'm a driver at me say written submission attorney general we current one no. And no nananka I was see hunu. The kind of written submission obeye ebetimi ama court no court of appeal.
Attack the microphone, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
The kind of written submission obeye e dey court of appeal no. And no so betimi a kire say state ni be din kunim ana obelu.
Na e dey be na this current attorney general the crocodile court no.
Oh.
Sir appeal there enye wo fa hwenko
Medas say ono na oko no wagina niam a yenyina so a ni omnibus grounds ne niam a yenyina so state no enso betima file ono so na written submission akọ a kire say yejai na enye yi ho nso satene general bi anye ne dwumadie yi a enu so timi ma yetimi ma asem no ekoma baako na me point ameka ne say enye ho mpo ne hia me mfo to court no because court there waye na dwuma ana court no eninti ne wo the lowest and a court of first instance ne san wo court of appeal e bi eto aso ne wo supreme court enti se ko ba se emuko supreme court na supreme court attorney general esan akodi bima e ho ye beka se owura Godfred Odame waye adwuma na se waye incompetent Godfred Dame ye beka se waye adwuma na wanye adwuma se yanka so ma court supreme court no ma san akodi nkunima obe friend se waye incompetent ana. Such statement no men not.
Now, but did he say he was incompetent?
Abraham ni kasa odi ko wie ho. O say e bia obi betimi a kire say incompetent.
Ona o kasa obi betimi akasa.
Obi betimi a kire. He never public na asem omo kasa ye incompetent. Na one me arrive at public one me arrive at. Now
but must you endorse the public eka? Abra wo no when you're convinced.
No, I'm open.
Yes, the public can be now.
No, I'm convinced. I'm convinced. See,
or you're incompetent.
No, see, one typical example on record. Yes, say we inflated the prices of what vehicles or yes or koto. Ama maslock. Look at the sad aspect. Or can miscarriage of justice. In your lawyer, practicing lawyer. Or experience.
It doesn't matter. Make your point.
No, I'm making the point.
Make your
point. The point is that yes, we're infiltrating and answer we're inflating price. On the D-Day, we're free so or no a bono kind when chair one city cry massa company na ye tender no say be procure from mono. It took or more CEO Maslock CEO or buy. That is honorable sticker. Stephen Amwa to come and pay, negotiate and pay those cars. No, ye account ya charging a converting. I can't say we di bone. How? Ye can miscarriage of justice, when you miscarriage of justice. When you dear also court just over 10 decision.
Ken me fa show.
Mr. Momianya fair.
Ken me
public ekase will be incompetent. I will side with the public because our attorney general must know better.
Evans,
Ken, the person me can say the name mami arrive at ne say a basse AG echo Supreme Court na Supreme Court echo overturn sa decision na court of appeal e dia bana will you say or you're incompetent and then the question I will leave it to the public because me person may belabor on that point. Now the issue then they say whether or not there was a financial loss. Now you can't causing financial loss to the state.
Yeah, na more willful everyone.
Willful, yes, causing financial loss because to the state. There were pure economic loss, and consequential what loss. The court stated it in the case of Republic versus Wyoming, but the ingredients of the offense in the court in state, or say whether or not there was a financial loss, and whether or not it was done to the state lost some money. Whether or not it was caused through the action or omission of the accused person, whether or not the accused intended or desired to cause that loss, and blah blah blah. The accused foresaw the loss or as virtually certain and took an unjustifiable risk of it. Ubon say, "Wama ingredients ni bebre." If the answer is yes, it means there was a financial loss. Now the state has lost huge sums of money. Was it the negligence of the woman? Ese or this is can come and you lose yana. Now where is the Republic going to generate the money from or get the money from? These are the questions. If you are Attorney General, I was so peruzu weighing at the ingredients I will offense them. So now, court of appeal jana. Young fan say Oman call appeal be crab beam and some call for review say Supreme Court and share muna on nanen ajenena na say on sesa decision na court of appeal di amana. Says sikana yelusuno. Where will the money be generated? Why under whose watch? And I say sikano yelusu ye. And then a public if because oba public na e wa bonten na the omo hwe say Ghana elusu say sika we nyina na. Say sika obi say yadugu Ghana must go mu ne de ba besia obi wo filling station. Obi say there be on farm name me tro oba no who ready judgment na of a decision of the court of appeal na you get it. Ubon say I just obi say Ghana must go. O started from the trial court na. Now we share a court of appeal no say nsema na omobobo so ne bia na Ghana must go mu na me digu ye na me de kosia na obi say no. And Ghana must go mu ana odigu be shia me because we yesenka mu issue check amame. Ana me say me mpe check no. Me mama mfa check mre me. Obi so say there be ye de brew. O kan say mpe check na ye de gu. Ghana must go mu de brew. Say di pana oka we ni we na oka we no. Sika na ayira no. Where will the country generate the money from? That is the most important thing. Sika na she. Eti whether the fault of Godfrey Dame and answer whether the fault of the current Attorney General. But me no me can say me blame Godfrey Dame na me san kon go blame e be a current Attorney General because court na ye ni juma. The court to be hunu no different from the me ametia as a lawyer me hunu because that's why court decided assembly meeting disagree with the court and criticize the court. As me dissatisfied about the decision of the court. But say yen twen emanin konko si time Supreme Court to do a decision beba. And when you be who say one either Godfrey Dame or your adwuma ye ana wanya adwuma ye ana current Attorney General and so the written submissions ne na dia o de call ye no oye ni ye ana say wanya de ye before ansa na yetimi blame na de make afa ho no.
Okay, maybe
a minute on record. Me bra penny was what kind causing financial loss. I was said the running pepe. It is one thing about reading the letter, the black letter law to us. And it's one thing about demonstrating how or causing financial loss. No. Throughout the submission here, on teaming demonstrate say the former Attorney General on records of proceedings, ABA paragraph page say na a call under cross examination, say na no, untimi because Oka financial laws not say yes.
Ebra Oka say no, demonstrate.
No, I attacked the defense of the charge sheet. Now I cited section 112.
And I also quoted section 31.
Also financial, causing financial loss.
On that basis,
and I read it.
Hold on.
I can be so
Mami make us quote section 31(2) of Court Act, Act 459.
Yes.
And I'm just on that basis, minor mistakes in the charge sheet, indictment, and answer procedure do not overturn a case. I clearly stipulated in the act. Aside from that, Masama Wati say, so who attacking the former Attorney General? Me Pawati say, did you also avert because you were not fair? You should have applied the same mutatis mutandis. So I was trying to say that, sir, did you also avert your mind on the current Attorney General and submissioner, because the records, everything were served on him. On him. And as Attorney General, the minimum Attorney General say several bibia man no I best support to say any panel. That is the conduct of the current Attorney General.
But
so
in this case,
I was also asking, I said if you had also applied same mutatis mutandis, let's say who my wife didn't call soon and also who is the current Attorney General no be saying or the submission
appeal. What you can do in appeal, senior.
Are you telling me, sir? Are you telling me, sir, even on file written
Evans, 1 second.
So file written submission, what was the content of the written? What was the content of the written submission of the Attorney General?
This is a problem.
On appeal,
this is a problem.
My point is say,
what was the
or demonstrate say causing financial loss. And
the general public.
I'm drawing your attention to the fact say the reason why I agree with the general public say Edumana the former AGA short say when Timian demonstrate the offenses and the charges or the bond.
But wait a second. Now how about the section of the public are almost so criticizing the current Attorney General? He didn't put up enough.
Did you even abate your mind?
Are you allowed? So in one breath, you support a section of the public who are criticizing Godfrey Dame. And in another breath, there are a section of Ghanaians almost so effort say Dominic Ayede I am very sure
in respect of this case and as a general overview. In this case, what has he done? Wait, senior. In this case, what has he done? One, publicly, the man has come out to disagree with the judgment of the Court of Appeal as AG. Senior. Anameboa. And yes, I see. Two, also a file stay. And yes, sir.
No,
Senior, I beg you. Also a file stay. DM na Attorney General Betimiaye.
In the same breath. The same breath. Godfrey Dame, also I express your also in the position. Once I expressed the disaffection about the appeals ruling. So where do we come?
More to the point, at the time I file appeal, free transmitted records of appeal in BBR court of appeal. At that time, the Attorney General was notified.
Chief,
you notify Attorney General. You notify Attorney General. No. What was the narrating submission or the court? A court of appeal. And so, did you avert your mind on a narrating submission or the court?
Yes.
I'm saying that I'm not talking about state.
They responded in appeal.
That response.
He responded.
A section of the public is also criticizing. A section of the public is criticizing that.
My brother, the Supreme Court ruling on political parties says it's here. Good
news. New hope for our democracy and our democratic dispensation. Sebi, ya ni yedi yonko join say, and yedi yonko die say, ye democracy. Na democracy amemu no, enye for the elite, ana enye for the few. Democracy amemu no, si etiasia, yesua o. Ye JHS ne SHS no. The tia is a kabima min kabi. So democracy does not strive on a few, but the majority. Oshe, your old system now. Na delegate system. Delegate system, which I say, you best let nipa few. Our more party, no more a bisi hine, a two hine. A decide your mom be a parliamentary candidate and presidential candidate for the various positions are a daho or Ghana. Now, so the American say, even before 2015, na NDC, you embrace this concept. If not, the entire position of the Supreme Court in that, ni yebi. Because as at 2015, ni electoral college ni yebi. Na yanya straight delegate system to say the yenwan momo ya ehun blues ehun records be da abonten fridge che ni TV che no o hwe ye de na ye biem yes on record ye biem ye koyi ye Ramahama over more than 50,000 delegates and ekoto more than ekoto sa aba no eti o hwe a ya de a e wo say political parties ye embrace it because one asudie da obi o Ghana eso se o attain the age of 8 na e wo so to aba na oto aba no so no is either you will decide say obe join the party A or party B or you become a normal floating voter. Na party A party B na obe also join no obi else won the constitution and what the ideologies are o believe in. Oba NDC mo say social democrats ye de ye ba ma mobrohufo ye ba ma omo ni bie ye ba ma oma anye se bi ombo pampen no ma hwe coat no ma bo suit omo se omo de omo ye elite ye believe in sa de no ye de ye social democrats obia se bi o tonjene o ko school o ye fita ye nsem inti ye de nde Supreme Court danu ojitum na oskra or setting aside delegate system no sha any tenants as a political party no align pepe it is Supreme Court judgment or the by the abesi ya ideology supi abehye mu kuna ama obia opeso join mebunu obi floating voter or Ghana opeso join political party there ye di ashe da o hwe 992 constitution ye kra na ye dwon form ba ye ma mom tonyo me ye nyom na ye esebi ye nuanom NPP for no de omso me krachefo omuntimi ni dwon form ba enkoye constitution eti ye frefre say sisi no obi ambeje party card na NDC party bia se odo ho ko join na wonye pesemenkuminya oye true and loyal to the party there comes a reward. What
are you discussing now?
We are discussing the first say one
actual discourse, but
no,
this one
is
politics. Politics and political campaign that he's doing.
No, delegate system.
Because there might be some.
No, I say you are deviating from the topic.
No one is deviating. Don't get the import.
No, I will give a rebuttal.
Yes,
I will give a rebuttal about what you have just said.
Evans, I am running the program. There is a person Busa and say.
The import is
what are you discussing?
Wait, the import is that now the Supreme Court has set aside the delegate system, and I'm linking that. Say one, it is good for our democracy, democratic dispensation as a country. It allows for it allows for it to grow, and I'm linking it to the fact say NDC as a political party, even as at 2015. We had this visioning concept. Near be electoral system nim. Ema nipa more to me to aba na straight delegate system to say NPP there no. Omo there no selected view. I made that point.
That was 20 what?
As at 2015.
Why are you doing this? So we just had the making headline. Until last year, primary Samode Kokuyi President Mama or ne Kwabna Dufo no somebody any person a
I'm saying on record, I don't have the figure, so I don't want to mention
but in 2015, you recall say be a system. I suggest to you, in the last delegate Yamoye, Musa ekatumu.
Nipa ndoso. Inti maybe
I suggest to you say figures are almost last one. No, I am
putting and I'm telling you, I don't have the figures, so I wouldn't.
So don't come. So part. Don't.
So, but the point.
The Supreme Court. They did not talk about NPP or NDC.
Yes.
Any problem they are some local courts no. Let's say be NPP for NDC for Ghana for.
Yes.
It is some no near when you can. And away but some figures now. They all can only figures now. Two things.
No.
See, a case two parties no. Mumu wine and the what bigger a year NPP and the what bigger you can say delegate NPP. The other doors no.
The concept.
I am putting it to you on this program, sir.
I wouldn't sit here.
It is a year can't be a year elita. The can't be a year elita. Then can you this the Vegas say elita?
The point he missed was that
he has not missed the point.
He raised the point.
What point did he raise?
He raised say what I've said no does not amount to intellectual discourse. He said it. Ask him.
Yes, no. He said.
And I'm trying to say, I was trying to juxtapose and justify what I meant by saying that. You raised a beautiful topic. Supreme Court, really on delegate system.
That's right.
And I said, it is good. The first point I raised is that it is good for a democratic dispensation.
Good. I totally agree.
It advances democracy. And as a political party, I wanted to link it to make the ideologies and the party system that I come from. So that cannot amount to say it is not intellectual discourse. I disagree.
Yes, totally. But the
I was trying to say
maybe I was also kind because any public needing come what can say NDC in 2015 this figure. But what can say after we use that figure no, most are call actually as I go for old system no. We are aware.
I don't have the facts, so I won't speak to that.
So if you don't have
put that to me, unless I recheck my facts.
Okay.
What I wouldn't do here, as you said, say intellectual discourse, would not defend or admit something that, as I sit here, I don't have fact to. That one, so that's why I can be it's not say I cannot maybe speak to, but why would you speak to when you don't have the fact? But as at 2015, I'm telling you, say, we have opened our electoral college to embrace a concept like this in the Supreme Court.
They say that NDC be presidential primaries.
We are waiting, but we hope, say, not later than end of 2027. We must. Yes.
Munim number of delegates on better.
See now Supreme Court. ABA am making no because Supreme Court am making judgment. No, it is presumed say the judgment or the ruling is binding on all political parties.
Supreme Court ama deadline and also ama timelines. You know, and you binding say chinchina try say you say oh mama 1 year. It's not maybe say NDC bekoda by for instance if NDC does their what we call presidential primaries before 1 year, they are at liberty to use the old you know.
My understanding of the ruling or judgment was say, in law, say, you pass it judgment in that. It takes effect from there. But a caveat was given in that particular judgment. It says, all my parties no 1 year to regularize or more structure internal systems to meet the judgment or the ama. However, all those people are the old order no elect you into office no this judgment will not affect it.
But it didn't say wamamu 1 year say mumfang enye or say after 1 year no this law takes effect.
Yes. And I'm just because 1 year saying for regularizing internal system to meet the new judgment awamano. So it is the same language you are speaking but different direction. What I'm trying to say is
if NDC chooses to use you are not.
They are not wrong. That's why I say somewhere 2027 we are likely to go and elect.
So do you figure out some before 1 year, the 1 year, I shall say a number after.
In the hands of Nick or the party.
Okay.
Hierarchy.
The last delegates, Dr. Dufo versus Kwabena, Kojo Bonsu versus President Mama. Delegates say, and a cocotoy.
I don't have that off head.
So on what basis? And I will say more figures, no? More open than the NPP for.
I say it wasn't even about NPP and NDC per se. I was trying to say as at 2015, this ruling, the judgment, will be some question. No? We adopted a concept like that. That was what I wanted to argue or bring out. Say the delegate system and that you're setting aside no is a good thing. Now you cross a political party NDC. I believe say obia betimi abe join obia wo akomapa o do party tea party no rules no. Even after 2015 we embrace such a concept or ideology being delivered by
what me said that has been the practice for both parties from 1992 till this time. Mumjina ubia a graduate ya abedu some point to be peculiar to NDC because your public education sure say me say NPP in 2008 and nipa say koko na mo say 17 Evans bo na mo say time mo 17 no nipa say na net to aba no I'm saying nipa 5 from each constituency. Yes. Thereafter, almost a BMU, and almost BMU, and almost BMU. The same thing applies to NDC. Almost started 1992. It wasn't like this. So for me, both parties have been
absolutely.
But me share figures now. Me sure say as we speak now, NPP for delegates.
You have to get the facts.
Yes, but you should have gotten it than me.
No, it's a question you just put to me now.
So because when I was starting,
yes,
we started I have a team margin also said mumie no there will be a BM but it got to a point MDC BM after no almost as a reduce.
That is why I speak to that point BM no and I'll be o margin now course say ye BM no edumbre bia. Yes, I can't have that.
Evans, NPP presidential figures in the Kokotre.
Okay, this year.
That's my last presidential Kokotre. Baumia, Kennedy, Japan, Brian, Champon. In fact, Abne Japan.
Men Kaito.
Munina, mu party records, Munim, and I'm trying a party for a party for
Ken, there may person make an say the reason I make I say yeah intellectual discourse nana make no say
but your brother feels offended. I thought you were going to.
I meant no chicken to him.
So apologize to him.
Then let me say sorry, but I wanted to justify.
Apologize to him in a gentlemanly manner.
Oh, senior, I mean no disrespect to my brother.
Thank you very much.
But I was trying to say, sir, we should focus on critical thinking because people are listening to us at the moment. Enti ade no yen kan ye wo ho, but the usage are say enye yente say party we almost no makoshe Kutu and any adeno and offended about that statement. And then a man make us say intellectual.
So take a job.
So also I can't afford the some court. Now ye campoa and carbon say mummienu a crowd omoye a titru or MPP.
Why?
Because Dr. Frimpong Boating. Anna Dr. Nyaho.
Now you was suspended.
Yes, suspended. It doesn't mean say now for more part of the party.
Oh.
Ansana Dr. Christian Amwakunyama and so can hon na met makasa na o PNDC time. It is ohwe mumpe ni pe de kwa MPP for.
E do say dia when Nyawota Makula be MPP ni.
Oh,
because Nyawota Makula some obeka bia
founder because ye can MPP as a political party na o kan ho bia ansana party ni timi a form aba. Enti na ma me kan sa no. Me ameti hei. Ade ananka me busa na obusa me question na ma me tu ye madwuma no kra ma me ye because na me bisa say ebra mo opinion no. Again, I can't almost be close to here. Again, I graduated from one level to another, a reduce here. Because if you want a decision be Supreme Court to the baby biano, you benya nipa or back so you look at the merits and the demerits. Because you won't say no way. And I believe you the decision ba e won nimrim e bra e ye ne fata na Supreme Court today because me na ye enyansa for. me ameti and a section of NPP as a political party yes support us our decision way because e bia ni nipa bebra na omo press ombekọ MP omo press ombekọ a ni nyina ye deny wo a omo ntimi nkoye we are open avenue dia mom ye mpa ebone say all political parties no obenya sika na ode manage ono an internal affairs na watimi e de openo etimi aba ana me point time ameti Supreme Court asene say even if you are a political party now you're ready say ubenya resources are manage wa internal affairs and your state no resources and I will be fat abese say any because in your own internal affairs no kra wuntimi nya resources on fanya dia e de na hu hia say ye jai state ne dem na be manage the resources of the state and the decision whereby ye minor political parties be ho nso a omo be ka say e be ye dia ma omo because omo ni ska because I feel no must grow in terms of democracy na democratic dispensation na yen na ye follow no it decision no to me I welcome it a lot of prominent personalities or more MPP both MPP and NDC I welcome back when honorable Frema Opare me no the same platform so legal platform but a decision by another to was or welcome sa decision no it nye court to say enye and the court no benya bi NDC mu by a party a woye democratic na o believe in democracy any ideologies are when they can make out to say MPP because you call yourself social yeah free homosemo ya social democrat but my main show you be free SHS I any be the man oh you need oh baby oh na can me correct so health insurance be
what is good for
yes I want me dey counter said there o kan ye no aka me
political parties for rep ni abeta
me but me person mouth ya sense say we condemn some na mo believe we unya opportunity na dey
social democrats
unya opportunity meba o kasa me interject o kasa unya opportunity na dey turn political party amana ye so attractive you understand that it is abre ya medri no e was say me ma hu said dey na wo kan anye sa na te e dey say manya opportunity e was say me so me turn me political party e ma obi ehunu say sa political party na nye ko to share and unbelieve health insurance unbelieve free SHS unbelieve say nkokọ nipa kakra bi akọwe na confirm to ko bokina what yes yes ana me pesa me chro but me aken dem pesa me catch me bi say ye there ye welcome decision no a section of MPP ebi ebetimi disagree but Supreme Court decision no e superb
perfect
me
Ebenezer what presidential primaries what to be there
men to be there
ama wakwanya
I don't know want to be there
oh as a time my witness be that I've been there but you have to be there
but
yes as at the time
does it look like the upcoming one over to be
me to be because you see me executive I my constituency
be
so yeah and as you see a crowd and so crowd we are embrace yesterday we embrace the new judgment so far as I'm a member in good standing no I pray say party no will adopt
eti mususu say saade we say no ebeyi the so-called vote buyer no every honor
provided say internal structures now see within 1 year and can say after within 1 year no so provided say internal structures no party ni be ye ni say internal structures no san koye ne say empo maye ne ketewa bi say wo enipa dodo we na me approve mu dem aba na che say hono wa free
the microphone no na me use eso kasa bi
ekobasa ebeye din ama say besa enyi vote buy in free ho na emum se obiem te say the Supreme Court na kan pepe na internal structure o ma hajake wa enso de a and I'm telling you say before abenya sika che television no obebre said obi ko che bi 32 inch
it's nice having you today you say you be say share bi but next time ba yeah na wasusu am na ye because they say pa the ma Ghana for pa ni break pa seriously no cray woman say e ma Ghana for ni break pa say delegate in necessary ehwe ni yi pa e nima adia mo kokoye NDC kokoye
television
I know the buy am party and penning for in parliament before say party penning for be ruling na parliament for akasa na general secretary abekasa beje kusua TV
yes
na we say na over
then we say na we ka say dey shake out
e mi ti mi che bicycle e chi no mu so no ko jom bicycle
what election da
but just say
what election da
yeah as me am
political
ya to so abada
yeah
ababa
me call branch
yeah
Yeah, my core branch.
Now open there.
My core branch secretary. I'm a me here.
Oh, in
Yes. I'm even next year. I'm trying to. No, mentia. Next year, NDC into
Baba Jama.
I'm trying to even see a bigger picture next year, but too early to announce.
Honorable Baba Jama went here. Television 32.
Yeah, my branch elections, and I won. Yeah, as the secretary.
Where do you are?
And Mama wants to cry. This is when I'm a toucher.
This is what you are.
Oh, anyway,
Oh, medicine crab bands near to
oh, when we no week be out to Zuko. So I didn't out to Zuko at that time.
Oh, send you patient.
In the plaza, there be any patient.
You entire shiasa into a bush,
and penny forces, oh, Bokrema, led a young there,